Back with another video by Jason Blaha, the Bati boy himself, Blaha. So we're going to react to the gym lifting recruiting fitness gear slaves video. In this video, Jason Blaha says a carnivore dieters promoting no fiber or vegetables is deadly. Oh, brother, man.
Carnivores promoting eating no vegetables or fiber is deadly, and it is going to hurt a lot of people. Hey,
Really? So lions, tigers, dogs, cats, and I don't know, hyenas and wolves and everything promoting eating just carnivore is going to be unhealthy for them, because they're all carnivore animals, right? And humans are carnivores as well. So if we promote it along with them, we're all going to be unhealthy? Is that what you're saying, Blaha? What an idiot.
everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below, be greatly appreciated. If you're not subscribed or following, please do so. And if you'll be kind enough to drop me a comment down below, I would appreciate it so much. Thank you. And let me know of a lot of you who've had health problems from eating not enough fiber and things in the past. This is actually a really common issue.
Sure.
And it is truly ridiculous and strange that all the data we have on fiber and the fact that doctors and dietitians and everyone
All the data we have on fiber? What fiber? What are you talking about?
else know that, say, Americans don't get enough fiber, and this is actually a major part of our problem. So in other words, when we talk about the
So these companies that put out these studies, right? We don't get enough fiber, so hey, you got to spend your money. You need to eat more fiber. Hey, gross domestic product is down. You need to go out and spend more money. You need to go buy stuff. Like, you need to go shopping. And I need to go shopping. Why? Why do I need to buy all this stuff? Why do I need all this stuff? You need a bigger house, a bigger car, more cars, more clothes. How many clothes can you possibly wear in one day? One pair of clothes, right? Per day or whatever. You can only wear so many clothes, so many shoes. You can only wear one pair of shoes, one pair of clothes. You can only eat so many steaks in a day, or, so much food in a day. You could only live in so many places in a day, in one house or one room or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, how much could you possibly need? Whatever, man.
the issues with a standard American diet, if
Standard American diets, all marketing.
Americans simply ate dramatically more fiber, a lot of those problems would go away, because one, they would be feeling
So if they ate more fiber, these problems would go away. That's the problem. That's what has caused the problem, them eating all this fiber. Yeah. Before it was seasonal, and now because of imports, they're eating it all year round.
diets with more fibrous food. Two, it would slow the absorption of a lot of the problematic things that they are eating. Again, the refined sugars, refined carbohydrates, which again, carbohydrates where all the fiber has been removed. They would even offset some of the negatives of the amount of refined fats and saturated fats and things that we eat. Like the fiber would help offset that. Plus, just it being, especially if it's in the form of things like fruits and vegetables, you would have all the cardioprotective benefits of these things to help with it. So this is really a problem on the fiber end, and the reason I say that, what you're going to find is that more and more of the carnivores, and plenty of them have found it. What's interesting to me is that the people in these circles are in complete denial of the number of people out there who are like, yeah, I tried to go carnivore and I ran into these gut health problems. Like, it actually made my gut worse, problematic with gut health and everything else, because that's actually one of the big short-term risks.
Made my gut worse with this health. Look at Mr. Beast. He's suffering from Crohn's disease. It's a type of, sorry about that. It's a type of dysbiosis. It's associated with dysbiosis. Crohn's disease, bro. Eating these fiber, all this fiber he's eating, the cookies and the chips, yeah.
Right. The other concerns with it are really long-term in nature, and they're not going to be a problem for 5, 10, 15 years for the people doing it. The atherosclerosis and the heart disease side. So what we really could be looking at here is the more short-term, the lack of fiber. Okay. All right. complete lack of fiber, and then the effect on your gut biome. And even worse, when you
Yeah, but carnivore animals don't need fiber, Blaha. See, this is the thing. What is he trying to convince people to eat fiber? This brainwashing video or what? Is this a conditioning brainwashing video to eat more fiber?
factor in that not enough
He wants you to be sick. He wants you to get dysbiosis in your stomach. He wants you to become sick, maybe possibly, yeah. Like Mr. Beast.
fiber is absolutely linked to colon cancer, intestinal cancer, all these things, because they're not properly cleaned out, right? It's not clean.
They're not properly cleaned out? What is he talking about? You're going to get colon cancer, all these cancers and things in your stomach. What the fuck is he talking about? You have something called hydrochloric acid in your stomach. It dissolves meat when you eat it. It actually dissolves. Now, when fiber goes in, it comes out the way it went in. It doesn't dissolve. See what I mean? Because you can't digest it. But any animal product you eat, it dissolves in the acid. Yeah. And it's broken down into what? Amino acids. And then your body's able to absorb it. Christ.
And scraping that lining out without the fiber. And so
scraping that lining out without the fiber, there's nothing to scrape. There's nothing to scrape. But your intestines and your stomach, your body, your intestines and everything can hold up to 40 pounds of poop. But what is that poop it's holding? The fiber that you're eating. You can hold so much shit in your system. It's all fiber. That's why you're farting all day. The reason why you're farting is because your system is backed up with fiber. He says this is good for you. This is bad for you. It's like your drain. When you throw your hair in the drain, all that hair gets caught up. All the gunk in the hair in your drain, in your sink, all of a sudden starts backing up. It comes out the opposite direction. Why do you think all these old people are all complaining about heartburn? I've got heartburn. No, that's not heartburn. It's backing up, it's going up the opposite direction. Yeah. And sometimes when you overeat a lot of fiber, garbage, and all that, sometimes you're almost vomiting at some point. It's coming back up the pipe, right? You almost taste it like you go, oh my God, I think I almost vomited. Why? Because it's the fiber, bro. Get it? It's backed up in there. The blah is full of it.
And the same thing, if people are eating all this meat, all this saturated fat is sitting in there, and even worse, you're seeing more of these people who
they're eating all this meat. They're eating all this meat and saturated fat. Yeah, they're eating meat and saturated fat. What's wrong with that? Your acid, your hydrochloric acid, which we have, it's very strong, stronger than other animals. It dissolves quite quickly because I know it for a fact. Because when I go to the buffet, I fucking eat there for 3-4 hours, shitloads of animal products. And then I feel satiated, I feel good, I leave, and then shortly after, an hour or two, whatever, it's dissolving. I don't feel anything.
Promoting eating the refined red meats. Okay, and this should be a big red flag. All right.
What's the red flag?
WHO and some of these other organizations have made a massive mistake, and they've been called on this when they talk about red meat causing cancers, of lumping all red meat and processed red meats together. Okay, and yeah, when it's all looked as a total, there's a big link to cancer there. Okay, big link. Particularly.
Oh man, processed meat, red meat or whatever, processed. It's got nitrates in. It's from plants, dude. Yeah. I wouldn't classify it as being the same. But, fiber, he just wants you to eat fiber because he wants you to build phony muscles. Because he knows if you don't... See, here's the thing, what people discovered. Number one, they're not damaging. Number two, they eat a lot of protein and they're like, well, I'm not getting bigger. And then they discover when they start eating carbohydrates, they get massive, like that Tristan Lee guy. So if you go look at Tristan Lee, right, he ate carbohydrates. He ate protein, but he never damaged muscles, but he ate protein. But to grow muscles, they have to be damaged. There has to be something there to grow. See what I mean? Look, Tristan Lee, let's check him out.
Tristan Lee.
Here he is. So notice in this picture right here, right? All right, give me a second here. Hold on. All right, here we are. Look at this picture. Look at him on the left. Now look at him on the right. So 2023, 2024, right? So he weighed, what was it? 130. I can't see fucking because these words just popped up here. I think it was 130 or something, and now he weighs 175. So what was the difference? He ate carbohydrates, so he's now obese. Do you understand me? He was never damaging his muscles here. He got low body fat on the left, but he wasn't damaging his muscles fibers. He was exercising. He was a performing slave. And on the right, what did he do? He said he started eating carbohydrates. All right. What is that? Protein? Carbohydrates? No. So if you eat carbohydrates, what do carbohydrates make you? Obese. Get it, dude? Get it? It makes you obese. Blaha wants you to eat fiber, carbohydrates, so you become obese, because you're never going to see size in your muscles because none of you are damaging them. Get it, man? You're wasting your time.
There's a big link to cancer there, a big link, particularly colon cancer and intestinal.
So if you want to get big and fat like Blaha, just keep eating carbohydrates, okay? Like Tristan and Blaha, and you'll become nice and obese like them.
Cancers, but it's not necessarily from the steak. That's where we're seeing the issue. The steak is not causing it. Steak in moderation, or even lean steak not in moderation, is probably not problematic to any large degree for humans. And this is something where even I'll agree, and a lot of us will say, okay, the carnivores, at least they're right on that. But the data supports that.
Look, man, you're not really carnivore if you're cooking your meat. You're not really totally a carnivore. And we already know what happens to animals when they eat cooked meat. They've done tests on them. See what I mean? We're a bigger animal, of course. We can handle a lot more things, but cooked food is not good for you, man. It changes the molecular structure of it. It's bad for you.
The issue, though, is, again, all these refined ones, well, those cause problems. But at the very least, if you're eating enough fiber, you can clean it out of there faster, right? So having...
You could clean it out of there faster? Like he's like talking about cleaning pipes. It's the fiber that is causing this gunk inside your body. It is not meat. Get it? You're clean if you eat meat and high animal fat, saturated fat. Yeah.
Having all this stuff sitting in your intestine, lingering for longer periods of time.
Yeah, and what's going to sit in your intestines lingering for a long time? Fiber. That's why you're farting all the time, because it's all backed up in there.
Instead of being cleared out properly and being kind of whooshed out by all the fibers, problematic. This absolutely leads to potential cancers and other things there. Now, the other thing though to think about is also
he is making this shit up, man. It leads to potential cancer because you're not eating fiber to clean out your intestines and your stomach. What the? I've never heard a more bullshit thing in my entire life. Where did he come up with this shit? He just fabricates fake stuff, man.
Lack of gut flora diversity. And this is the big...
Like gut flora diversity. What the hell is he talking about?
Big problem also. We know that gut flora, all the carnivores and even the ketovores are like, well...
He a scientist? All the carnivores and ketos. There's no such thing. Man, there's no such... These are not... Bro, carnivore's not a diet, but whatever.
You don't have carbohydrates, you don't need all that fiber. They're talking more about the soluble fiber, but they're missing the whole point with the insoluble and other fibers of the gut flora. We should be eating a diverse amount of fruits and vegetables every day, a diverse amount of fiber sources, grains.
We should be eating a diverse amount of fruits and vegetables on a daily. These engineered fruits and vegetables that are not found in nature and which no animal eats out there. These tomatoes and things, there's no animals that eat them because they're only found on farms. So we should be eating them because why, Blaha, exactly? Because they're not found in nature? What are they going to do to us?
Legumes. like even for me at the time I'm making this, in an
Yeah.
average day, right now,
Yeah,
I
Blaha.
eat broccoli, spinach, bell peppers,
He eats broccoli, spinach, bell peppers, and what?
and avocados are pretty much
And
something.
avocados. Okay. So, what do you think they're going to do to your physique eating these foods? You think they're going to make your physique really good? They don't mimic animal products. What do you think your physique is going to look like when you eat that? It's going to look really bad. Trust me, I know because I experimented with these foods. They made my face and my body look bad. My physique. You see me in my videos. My previous videos that I made when I was in Cancun, I made these videos and people they even use them against me because they made me look bad. These fruits and vegetables, they made me look really bad.
I eat every
And they caused me so many problems, man. Jesus, fuck.
single day, right? Every single day, in addition to whatever grains or potatoes or sweet potatoes. But so for me, I have 3 or 4 vegetables I personally eat every single day, and we want that.
He has all these vegetables and things and whatever. He eats them every single day. Okay, good luck with that, dude. Yeah.
We want that diversity of micronutrients, diversity of phytonutrients. Again, the stuff a lot of them are scared of. They're always worried some of these things are anti-nutrients, yet tons of them have antioxidant properties. And even then, people
Tons of them have antioxidant properties, which are used for the plants to protect them. They're not used for humans, and they can actually they can be countered. They can be bad for you.
will say, well, aren't you worried about the absorption? When you start looking at my diet,
Yeah, anti-nutrients, yeah.
most of the vitamins and things in it, I'm 3, 4, 5 times the RDA. We're not worried if we lose 10% of the absorption due to a little bit of so-called anti-nutrients, which has been largely debunked by experts and researchers as being a real concern. All right, so back over to
I
that.
don't know what I should call this video, the stress slave. So he wants to eat food that stresses the human body and lift weights that stress him. Do exercise that stresses the shit out of you. Okay, yeah.
Point,
Right.
you want that gut flora diversity.
You want that gut flora diversity. Okay, I just eat meat, but Blah says I'm gonna die if I just eat meat. All I eat is meat. I eat it raw, actually. I eat raw seafood. I eat raw meat, and I eat meat. Some of it I cook sometimes, whatever. Or I mean, I buy it cooked already. Like I'm not cooking it at home. I eat it raw. But outside, I buy it. I buy it. It's cooked if I have to. But I make sure they, at least if they're gonna cook it, that I want it to be extremely rare, whatever I'm getting. So, supposed to be dead already, right, Blaha? It's been more than 2 years. I should be keeled over and dead. How come I'm not dying? How come I'm better than I've ever been before?
Okay? It's critical for a lot of reasons. And people who don't understand a healthy, robust gut biome and what you see with these sort of diets is they're dramatically reduced. And I mean dramatically.
I mean, everybody that's been going back to just eating meat, notice one of the things they noticed, they've gotten stronger. They got more muscular, stronger, leaner. That's what they mean by domesticated animal. That's why all of you think you're weak, and so I got to go to the gym and get strong. Well, gyms don't make you strong. They can make you better at lifting a heavy weight, or they could damage your muscles. They could do two things. They can make you better at lifting a heavy weight, which doesn't make you stronger. It just makes you better at lifting a heavy weight, because strength means that you could take on something like force, like an impact. If your body isn't strong enough to take force or impact, you're weak. So, yeah, get at lifting a weight and you can damage your muscles. That's about it. They may go through a perpetual repair. They may not even remodel. Depends what you're doing there.
Even keto diets, deep keto diets, even if they have vegetables in there, you see a loss of gut flora diversity. So
Keto
why does this
diets.
matter? It affects your immune system. It affects your
Keto diets,
brain.
yeah.
It affects your neurotransmitters. Like it affects your mental health. It affects your cognition. So we
He's actually repping these out.
know that there's an enormous mind-gut connection there.
Mind-gut connection?
So
Yeah.
all of your gut biome absolutely affects all your neurotransmitters and serotonin and dopamine and
Oh, it does it?
all these other brain hormones. It's a big deal. It's also the foundation of your immune system. So it affects your immune system, affects your ability to recover from exercises, stave off colds. So losing this gut flora diversity is absolutely a problem. And then the worst part, if they're causing extinction of it, and this is the big one, all right? And they're developing insulin resistance from their diet, which notice that high fasting glucose you see in these people?
Yeah.
That's already signs of insulin resistance, but they're like, oh, I'll be okay because I'm going to stay on this type of diet forever and it'll be fine. Except that what happens now, they've lost all this fiber and their gut can't handle fiber anymore. It would take a long, long time to rebuild it to handling it. Well, when they have to come off this diet, because most of them have to, they can't stay on it. And then guess what happens?
Hold on a second. What the hell is he talking about, man? You can't handle it? What the fuck? Go back here.
To handling it. Well, when they have to come off this diet, because most of them have.
So when you go back on this, on fiber, you go off, go on, you can't, your body can't handle it. He has to get adjusted to it again. What are you talking about?
They can't stay on it. And they've made themselves pre-diabetic. With the insulin resistance all the saturated fat has caused, guess what happens? Well, now they're going to have to start eating carbs again, but now they can't handle fiber. So it's all going to be faster.
They can't. What is he talking about?
Absorbing low fiber carbs, and they're already pre-diabetic from following.
You mean you can't handle the oxalate dumping anymore? Going through your skin and everything? All right, whatever. I don't know.
The scoop ball diet. And then they become full-blown type 2 diabetics. Okay.
And then they become full-blown type 2 diabetics because they can't handle eating fiber anymore, and then they eat it, and then they become diabetics. What?
So yes, in the long term, this sort of situation, because they will not be able to handle the fiber, and they've made themselves insulin resistant.
We made ourselves insulin resistant, and we can't handle the fiber anymore. I don't want to eat fiber. I don't want to eat any fiber. I don't know what you're talking about. And anyways, I do eat some fruit. That's got fiber in it, doesn't it? There's something in there, right? I might eat something with fiber in it. I don't know. What if I want to have some chips or something? That doesn't mean I can't eat it. I can still eat it. Doesn't mean I have to. If I want to, I do. Here's the thing. You do what you want to do until it makes you sick, and then you don't want to do it anymore. Here's the thing. You do things, right? What if they start making you sick? You're going to keep continuously doing it if it's giving you pain and making you sick? You don't want to be like Mr. Beast. Oh, I've got Crohn's disease, so I eat these cookies and chips, and oh, they really give me pain and everything. Oh, you haven't learned, have you? See what I mean? They continue in that behavior. It's like my sister. She literally got cancer, and I knew she had cancer. She was getting more and more sick. She had diarrhea. She was like shitting herself. Man, it was bad. At some point, she couldn't handle it anymore. It was so bad. And yeah, I mean, I told her, you got to quit drinking coffee, the coffee bean soup shit, and these fake crazy foods, and eating candies all day like a little kid, even though she works a very hard job. And then she collapsed, went to the hospital. They removed her gallbladder, and they discovered cancer. That's what happens. See, it was probably it was the cancer that most likely a lot of the cause of it. I don't know why she collapsed. Probably because of the cancer. Don't think it was from the gallbladder, because she had 300 stones in her gallbladder. Who has 300 stones, dude? That's crazy.
When they eventually have to reintroduce carbs, tons of them are going to become type 2 diabetics.
Yeah.
And it's almost unavoidable. It's predictable at this point.
They're going to become type 2 diabetics. It's predictable. You won't become a diabetic if you don't eat any of those foods. Get it? Yeah. It's really simple. Don't eat them, and you won't be a diabetic. There you go. There's a solution. Bye, Blaha. See you in the next one, friends. Don't you think about that? Like, subscribe, support the channel. That was ridiculous, too.